Today I want to take you on a tour around our garden to see how things are progressing. It's the July the 15th, the middle of July, and just to see how things are going this year. It's been quite a strange year weather-wise. It's been quite cool and been very difficult to work outside. It's been cool and wet. And I want to show you just where things are for this year at this time of year. So we have lots of things growing. There's lots of blossoms at this time. I just want to take you around the front and then into the backyard for a quick look. This is already, when we get to the backyard, you'll see how things have changed from earlier this year. So here we have all our native plants. The yellow ones are false sunflowers. These yellow ones are called purple coneflowers. Here, let's find one with a nice cone on it. There we go. These are yellow coneflowers. Planted these, I think it's 2017 when I planted this area. So I'm 6 feet tall. These are up to the tallest ones, which are here. That's probably 5 feet. Here, what we'll do is we're going to go down the side here. Somewhere in here, or in here as well, there are some actual lilies. These were here before the garden was planted, before this area was planted. I initially tried to have this bed at the front all lilies, but the red lily beetle ate most of them, and there's a few that have survived. These are daylilies, and the lilies grow from a bulb. Daylilies grow from a corm. Let's go down the side here. This is the path to where our gas meter is at the side of our house. And I've certainly kept the first part clear. So these plants this is a good 4 feet tall now. And then the path goes through here to the back. The tall flowers, these pink flowers are called Joe Pye weed. And they're now pushing 6 feet tall. So almost 2 meters. Here's some up close. The tall spiky flowers are alum root. And this area I did not plant alum root in here, so this is spread. And what I've discovered with these native plants is they will move around somewhat. And so where you plant them is different from where they end up. This pink flower is called Oregon Fleabane. And I didn't plant this in the front yard at all. It was planted in the backyard many years ago, and I guess the birds have spread it. We had a very big rain last night, so the ground is quite wet. This tufted grass is Karl Forster grass, and it's planted as an ornamental. It grows quite tall with these tufts at the top. Our rabbit hiding in the Karl Forster grass in one of our beds. More fall sunflowers. The purple flowers are wild bergamot, and the leaves on this smell like licorice. Back up here a bit. Okay. In the front, I planted both red and white roses. The white roses the majority of them have blossomed. The red roses are just coming into their own right now. There's also more native plants I planted in here. I think that was last year, and it's starting to fill in. I planted shorter ones. That's the plan anyhow. I planted shorter ones than the ones on this side. But we'll see what spreads in here and what doesn't. Let's go in the backyard. The ferns are doing quite well. This was my whole goal, was to flood this side of the sidewalk with ferns. And our first Jackmani clematis. Oh, there's two. These have just come out in today. They weren't out yesterday. This is a bougainvillea. After the first year when I purchased it, it has never blossomed. And I was reading somewhere is that it needs dark, and we're a little bit too far north in the summer. We get a significant amount we get up to 16 hours of daylight. Well, you'll be the same way. And it's just too far north for bougainvillea. I planted this hydrangea this spring, and it's helping to fill in this side of the path, which is pretty lonely. And we have some figures on our way to the backyard. Greetings and salutations. Let's go in the backyard. The tomatoes are finally doing well. It took them a while to get going. I have them all tied up on strings, and that seems to work quite well for keeping track of how they grow. And as they grow, and this has really sprouted in the last day or so, you just spin it around. I'm trying to do this with one hand. You just spin it around on its way up, and that keeps it straight, and you can get then to see where exactly the tomatoes are. So tomatoes at the front, and at the back is the actual, my grapevines that actually head up here and then onto the pergola. We'll get another look at the pergola as we move along. Those were cherry tomatoes, what I just showed you. And these will be the larger tomatoes, beefsteak tomatoes. Welcome to my jungle. So native flowers back here, as from the front, the yellow ones are false sunflower. The pink ones further back are Oregon fleabane. This red ones are, Monarda. We'll back up a bit, that's a bit too far away. So here's our pergola with the grapes, and all these grapevines come from behind the tomatoes. Oh. Focus, focus, focus. Feels like rain again today. It rained very heavily last night. These purple flowers are common milkweed. Smells a bit like hyacinth, and they attract monarch butterflies. And there have been a couple of monarch butterflies in the yard, and I have seen the monarch caterpillars as well. Just looking now, and I can't quite find one for you, but we'll keep going. This is swamp milkweed, and this also attracts monarch butterflies. The roses are, I need to deadhead the roses. The roses are just about finished. I started to deadhead them a couple of days ago, but I just haven't had the opportunity. Here we have more swamp milkweed. And behind it, running along the fence, running along the back of the wall, is I planted table grapes. So this is the first year they're really starting to produce, and I've been very diligent in pruning them. So we'll see how they turn out as table grapes, how edible they are. There was a couple last year. They have lots of seeds, no doubt about that. More daylilies. This could do with a... gardening is a lot of work. And this year has been really tough in terms of trying to weed in here. It's just been too wet to weed. So we'll come to the end here. Here's the hostas. I may have an earlier photo that I will send to you of when the hostas were in bloom earlier this year. Don't get too thrown off by this. These are plastic palm trees in my neighbor's yard. He has a sauna, a hot tub outside. And I guess that makes him feel like it's somewhere tropical. So there's our yard. I hope you enjoyed these short videos. Well, you can see if you look at the sky, it's going to rain shortly. So I'm going to head back right now. I've just noticed my battery is going to die at any moment. Just want to show you one thing as well. Lynn gave to Diane for Mother's Day a camera. A bird feeder with a video camera in it. And so we've got good photos of birds. We also have good photos of squirrels that eat the seeds and of raccoons that eat the seeds. And this is my revised version of the feeder because the original base was broken by the raccoons, which I've realized can be about 20 pounds, so about 8 kilograms. So there's the yard. I'm going to stop right now before the battery does. Bye for now.